So this person says he didn't win, 3 exclamation points, talking about Donald Trump. It will come out. He won't be president. Please stop this. Please stop this. This is the kind of conspiracy bullshit that they push. Now that's going to be the end of this video for TikTok. The rest of this video is going to be available over on YouTube, because I'm going to say things and do things that can't be on camera here on TikTok. So if you want to watch the rest of this, click the link in my bio, head over to my YouTube channel, subscribe while you're there, and you can watch the rest of this video, okay? Having said that, for those of you who are now over on YouTube watching the rest of it, I need a hit to deal with the rest of this shit. I would love nothing more than for Donald Trump to not be the next president of the United States of America. I would love nothing more than for this guy to drift into obscurity and leave our politics alone. But that didn't happen. He won the election. And I understand that there are people saying the math doesn't math. And there's a gentleman in particular on TikTok that went through and looked at some states and said, well, how is it that there are 150,000 ballots that voted for the president, for Donald Trump, and didn't vote for anybody down ballot? Look into it. Investigate it. Dig into all of that. I have no problem dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But until there's actual evidence of that, until there's proof of that, yeah, he won this election. He won the election because enough of our people decided they weren't going to vote because they didn't like Kamala Harris because of her position on the Middle East. Enough people decided they weren't going to vote for Kamala Harris because she was a woman. Enough people decided they weren't going to vote because she was black. Enough people decided this. Enough people decided that. Doesn't matter why they did it. And he won. Just like he did in 2016. It's not unheard of for Donald Trump to win the presidency. The motherfucker did it once, right? And when he did it in 2016, how did he do it? He took Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, just like he did this time. It's not like this is something that is out of the question of reality. Impossible to happen. It might be impossible for some of us on the left to conceive because we didn't think our country was going to be that fucking stupid, but it happened. And when you're saying things like, it's all going to come out, you watch, he's never going to be president. You don't hear the Trumpers in your own words? You don't hear them saying that exact same shit when Joe Biden won? It's all the same shit. I thought we were supposed to be better than that. I thought we weren't supposed to push the conspiracy bullshit. Give you the whole, it's all going to come out any time now. We've been hearing from Donald Trump himself how this is going to come out, that's going to come out, this is going to come out, that's going to come out for 4 fucking years. Hell, 8 years if you want to include things like his healthcare plan or his infrastructure plan or Melania's press conference on her immigration status. And now here we are on the left. We've got people on our own side saying the exact same shit. He didn't win. It's all going to come out. You sound every bit as bad and every bit as batshit crazy as the Trumpers. Here I am rambling so long, my dude went out. He won. We don't like it. It's not going to be good for our country, but he won. That doesn't mean that you got to rally behind him. That doesn't mean that you have to back his agenda. That doesn't mean that you need to support what it is he's trying to get done. Not in the least bit. You have to acknowledge the fact that he won. One of the things that made the United States of America special for so many years is what we did, things that other countries didn't want to do, like having a peaceful transfer of power. We did things that were uncomfortable to other people. The guy who was in power hosted the guy who's replacing him, even though they're mortal enemies, like we just saw happen this week. Joe Biden hosted Donald Trump at the White House because that's the way it's done. I said to my wife, he's a better man than me. I don't think I could do it. And she rightfully said, that doesn't help the situation either. Because we're supposed to have a peaceful transfer of power. We are supposed to invite our enemies in, our opponents in that beat us, and say, we don't like the fact that you won. We don't like the fact that our side didn't win. But in this country, we have a peaceful transfer of power. This is going to be your house now. This is going, start measuring the drapes. You're going to be here in a couple of months. Not this shit. Not that he didn't win, goddammit. He'll never be president. Yeah, he will. He'll be president at noon on January 20th when he's sworn in. If something comes out between now and then that proves that the election was rigged, that the election was stolen, that there was some kind of fraud, then I'm all ears and we'll push that information out into the sphere to the best of my ability. Another thing that we need to stop doing is we need to stop saying that Elon Musk's Starlink changed the votes. No, it didn't. And you want to know why I know it didn't? Because voting machines are never hooked up to the internet. That's not a thing. Voting machines are not plugged into a Wi-Fi. They're not plugged in. They're not connected to the internet. You can't hack into a voting machine. That's something else the other side pushed to the detriment of their own pocketbooks. How many people have been sued and are being sued by Dominion for $1 billion and a half, and they're winning those lawsuits because it's bullshit conspiracy. Stop doing this.